Looks like the young man we are looking for isn't home. I think our best chance to catch him is in the evening.
Who looks around taking in the cold spring air? It is evening.
We should return tomorrow after we have finished with our day's work. How about 9 p.m.? Sound good?
Oh, come on, it's after 9 now. Why would he not be home at this time but home tomorrow at 9? Hello there everyone, I am Big Bear, welcome back to Disco Elysium. We need to crack on with this episode and we have a few things to do, but first, before we do so, we need to give a few shout-outs because we have had a few new subscribers on the channel. I would like to give a shout-out to Awkward Internet User, No Name is Best 89, and Crimson Morrow 700. Thank you so much for your subscriptions. It means a lot and it just keeps the fire stoked, and you know, I do this as a hobby. I have a job full-time. You know, I have a plan. I have a cunning plan though. Over the next 200 years, I'm going to gain enough subscribers to do this full time. Oh yeah. Not too sure how that's going to work out. But anyway, thank you so much. It really does mean a lot. And if anybody hasn't subscribed yet and you like my content, please do. And if you want to leave me a comment, I will respond as well. So thank you so much. Also, during this episode, because we're going to take it a little bit easier, you will see my tankard hoving into view. Purely because I felt like having a cold one whilst we crack on with this episode of Disco Elysium. Now, I'm conscious, just to give us a recap of where we were in the last episode, we had the smoker on the balcony. We need to go back to the block of flats in the north to potentially find him. I need to find my badge before the negotiator of the union will talk to me, and Everard doesn't seem to trust me and still isn't really making much progress in finding my gun. I mean, I'm not too sure if he's ever going to find my gun, given the fact that I actually pawned it. We know that that's the case now, which isn't great. And one of the other, what was the other thing I was thinking of here? Oh yes, of course. And as we know, I think Everard was asking us to get signatures from people so that they could build. I don't know if I'm trying to remember what it was, like a community centre or something like that. But that is, of course, over the waterway, which doesn't open for the next day or so. I am conscious of the time now. It's 9:15 in game time. I have 720 real, 7 real 20 rather. And I'm still due about 100. I think it's about 125 real to the Whirling Rags. In order to be able to stay there tonight, so I may be wandering around in the dark. Let's have a look and see. Apologies again if you can't fully see everything. I do try and sort of move things around so that you can see everything that's going on, but it's not entirely possible. How many points? I've still got one skill point and I'm very, very close to another one. Get 2 signatures for Everard. Yes, we're aware of that one. Buy Fallon's pants from Kuno. No, I'm not going to bother with that. The smoker on the balcony. Ask around for his apartment number. Sing karaoke can wait because we don't have the tape to do so. Explore the Whirling's secret passages. I do want to do that. I'm not too sure what use that would be to our overall gameplay, but okay. Who made the call reporting the crime? Joyce's info on the lynching. Who put the clothes in the trash? I've tried to find a further route here. It may take a while. Track down your back. Oh, God. Close the water lockway on Wednesday, so that's still 2 days away because I think it's Monday. Is it Monday? Pretty sure it's Monday. Yeah. Wait a minute. Yeah, filed Monday. Okay. So I was just looking at my badge scenario there. Find out who is in the union box. I guess that'll happen at some point. Really, the only place I can kind of go now is up back to the block of flats and take it from there. That seems like the most sensible thing for us to do. Let's go. Hold that thought. I know I've done a complete 180 in relation to what I said I was going to do. I just want to find out if carrying these bottles around is actually worth it. Was this it?
The tear machine stands in the corner. A sign says, 1 bottle equals 10 cents.
So it's 720.
Your bottles clunk into the machine, and the money appears with a satisfying jingle. You're a richer man now.
Jesus. Really? That's what this has come down to. Me just wandering around with a bag. And I've got, I mean, the jacket's quite handy because that gives me an additional component of health, which I'll hang on to. Okay, you know what? Screw that. Let's go to the flats. This is just embarrassing now. I'm wearing a raincoat and carrying a plastic bag. Right. Okay, we can have a wee chat with Babushka there. See if she knows where this chappie is.
Give me a moment.
Another lady is leaning on her broom, her knuckles white as a bone. She seems to be having difficulty breathing. Oh, my
The
word.
cold never does any good for my bronchitis.
Yeah. Are you alright? Should I call a doctor? This won't take long. I only have a few questions. Are you alright?
I'm fine. Fine. Don't you worry about me.
Okay.
Now, what do you want from me, policeman?
She starts coughing, red spots appear on her cheeks. Oh no, okay. I thought she was like coughing up blood or something. Now, what do you want from me, policeman?
She's the cleaning lady. She knows the floor plan and the residents.
Easy peasy. Who are you? I'm looking for it. Okay, let's start with who are you?
I'm no one. Just an old woman who cleans these hallways.
Do you live here?
If you can call it living.
She
I have
spits
a
on the
little
floor.
room upstairs, right next to the coal room. It's barely bigger than a closet. But I don't complain, no. I have my bed and my aching bones to keep me company. And that's all I need from this world.
It's a very positive outlook on life.
She hasn't spoken to anyone for a while. Even her sentences feel rusty.
Oh, poor wee lassie. Well, maybe we can do something to help her. Okay, we're looking for a young male in his mid-20s, dark hair, skinny build, a smoker on the balcony.
Yes, yes. I know who you mean. The scrawny boy who's always smoking like the devil, right?
She looks at the other end of the hallway.
Somewhere in the building, a child starts crying. You hear a radio tuned to a talk show and someone taking a shower.
What's he in trouble for?
No trouble, I just want to talk to him. Do you know where he lives? Or he's wanted for murder, he's going away for life. This game is so unbelievably aggressive sometimes. No trouble, just want to talk to him.
Talk?
She squeezes her broom trying to catch her breath. Oh, poor wee lassie, can we not give her something?
What was so funny about that?
He lives upstairs in room 28. Go to the balcony. It's one of those doors there. He's usually home in the evening.
Thank you. We should go check out his apartment on the balcony. See if he's home.
I have a few questions about those apartments.
Ask away, policeman.
What can you tell me about Cindy?
The artiste? Nothing I can do about her, I'm afraid. She ruins the walls faster than I can clean them. Still, she leaves an old lady to her business. More than I can say for others.
Well, that's all, thanks.
She mumbles some kind of a response, then hacks something into her handkerchief.
Oh, my word. So we can't give her any medicine or anything? Would that not be... No? What's happening here? The graffiti says, a firing squad for the rich. Oh, lovely. Balcony? So it says balcony. Oh, wait a minute. Hang on, hang on. I think we're on the... Is this the right side of the building, though? Waves crash into the darkness. Oh! Hello. Book 16 Days of Coldest April. Ooh, okay, more to interact with. Interesting. Someone has torn down the wall. I'm not entirely sure if I should just be randomly wandering around now, but that's what we're going to do. An old grocery list on the table.
What happened here?
You can't foreclose on an apartment with a hole in the wall. This looks so sad.
Put your emotions aside. Try to focus on abstract, impersonal things.
What? Why does that harm up? God damn it. You can't foreclose on an apartment with a hole in the wall.
It will still be accessible through the apartment next to it. That one didn't have a door. Sadly, nothing of great value remains here.
Except the stuff in the fridge. There's always a little something in the fridge. Except the stuff in the fridge.
Indeed.
I'm gaining experience from looking in a fridge. Oh, okay, well, okay, we lost 1 morale, but we've gained an additional health item. That's pretty handy, and 20 real. Right, what else are we looking at here? I could go up to the balcony. I feel like I should be checking the doors on this floor first. The mailbox is overflowing. Oh, more boxes. I'll be a millionaire in no time at this rate. The door's locked. 754.
You hear someone walking around inside, rearranging the furniture. The number on the panel says 10.
Knock, let's find out.
The walking stops abruptly, but no one comes to the door.
God, is everybody just living in fear in this apartment block?
Sounded like a woman. A woman's shoes.
Try again.
A poor communard, from the looks of it. The room is barely bigger than a closet.
Who is this? Demands a female voice, very intense. This is the police. Open up.
Do I have to open the door?
You hear the clacking of heels again as the other side walks right up to the door. Her tone is now getting a defensive edge.
Did you have a warrant? I'm not obligated to open the door if you don't have a warrant.
Oh, for
Let's go. We don't have a reason to get inside that apartment.
It's generally easier to do things if you have literally any reason.
Okay, we'll leave it for now. What else we got? Oh, shoes! Oh, there was money in the shoes. Okay.
This door has been closed with a padlock. A chalk-drawn number on the board says, number 11. No reply.
Examine the padlock.
It's a solid lump of metal, but the shackle is deeply corroded. A solid pair of chain cutters would make short work of it.
Do I not have bolt cutters?
Better whip out those cutters. You won't get very far otherwise.
Oh, tool not in hand. Okay, hang on. Let me see if this is going to make a difference. Chain cutters. Held up. Okay, yeah, I think it's better that he's holding chain cutters in a plastic bag filled with bottles.
This door has been closed with a padlock. A chalk-drawn number on the board says, number 11.
So depending on the item for the purpose as well, that's just jumped from, what was that, like 8-9% up to 92.
What are you doing? You're trying to cut the body of the lock with the chain cutters, and it's really not working.
What?
I believe it's the shackle you mean to cut, Detective.
Oh, you pillock. Don't you think that's what I'm trying to do? These chain cutters are broken, Kim. Don't you think that's what I'm trying to do?
Perhaps you should give it another go.
Kim points out the shackle. Oh, for Christ's sake.
The shackle snaps like a twig, and the lock falls to the floor with a little thud. It should be possible to enter now.
After you, Detective.
Are you fine with me doing this, Kim? I mean, we are essentially just breaking into a random house. Ooh. What the? 9mm bullet. Conceptualization. Saramarizian lounge jacket. Oh, I like the sound of that. Books of critical theory on the monstrosities of capital and such. Photos of revolutionaries posing with guns, rather. Flamboyant poster of a white star. Ooh, busk.
A plaster cast bust depicts a
Bust,
middle-aged
rather.
man with impressive sideburns. The name on the plinth reads Karamazov.
Karamazov.
Karamazov, nom de guerre, was an economist and a theoretical historian. He was a leading figure in the Grad side of the turn-of-the-century revolution, where he headed the 9-day government. Mazov is considered the father of scientific communism, Mazovian thought, or Mazovianism.
Why does this tenant have a bust of Karamazov in the bedroom?
The white star, the photos on the wall. I think we have broken into the apartment of a young communard. How fitting.
He looks around before mumbling to himself. Karamazov was a mass murderer. There's nothing cool about keeping his bust on your nightstand.
He was definitely controversial. The tenant here seems to like him. There aren't many communists around, not after the revolution. Some youth still keep the ideology going, it seems.
Okay. Revolutionaries love... what's that? To pose with their guns. Oh, hence finding the bullet in the apartment, I guess. Oh.
That isn't just a 5-pointed star. It's an inverted white pentagram cradled in a wreath of antlers. The iconography of communism, in other words.
Look out, Kim, there are communists around here. Inspect the symbol closer.
The star and antlers was developed in the 6th decade of the last century and quickly adopted by Mazov and the communards during the revolution. Even today, half a century after, The star and antlers retains the ability to evoke hope, disappointment, and fear in equal measure.
Wow. I will say this again, I mean, it is the word porn, isn't it? I mean, really, the way that the narrator describes things, the fact that you just get so engrossed in this game, even with the complexity of the things that they're talking about, is just quite incredible. Why is the star upside down?
To symbolize the toppling of the old order. Also, some social democrats were already using it.
What's the deal with the antlers?
The wreath of antlers represents a natural crown. It was about building a society that could exist in accord with the natural world, and at the same time above it.
Why white?
Because white is the color of peace.
And what does it invoke in me?
You see noble aims, but also mountains upon mountains of corpses. They should have taken a more measured approach. Also, you're really smart.
I am? I thought I was the sad cop in this.
The price of idealism, unrestrained by humanism. Never again.
Crikey. Okay, this is getting in depth. Where is my thought process at the moment now? Oh, we got 1 hour, 8 minutes remaining. Oh my god, this better have been worth it, Lonesome Long Way Home. I've got a number of other items. Was it magnesium-based life form is only 1 hour and 15 minutes, and then I've got finger pistols for 1 hour. That's -2 savoir faire if I'm working on that. The Shivers, Authority, Whitemore. Okay, we'll come back to that stuff. What else have we found? Flip up glasses. 1 logic, -1 authority. The Auditor. Ooh, those look quite cool. Ledger of Failure and Hatred. This is the same ledger you found in the trash, only worse somehow. Oh, there's other things that I need to interact with, but I'm not going to do that right now. See? There's another option for the balcony. I did think it was on this way, because otherwise we would have had to go through the path to the right. Yeah, that makes sense. Because we just saw that takes us to the balcony where the lassie was covering the paint on the wall, it looked like. An old shoe right boot, sneaker slippers, okay. One more door to check. Oh! Hello. $42 real. Circles are covered in some sort of slime, they would be. What's this? Moss crawls on these bathroom tiles. Actual moss. Oh, brilliant. 1 magnesium and what is this? Alcohol Commodore Red. 1 physique. So if I use this, does it permanently affect the physique and morale? Or is it just... Oh, uses left 3. No. Okay, let's put our morale back up. And let me have a think about this now. Oh, I'm tempted to go to the other balcony first and clear that area. Rather than going to find the smoking man just yet, because he is going to be in the other balcony. Unless you can go all the way around. It didn't look like it though, when I was speaking to him when we were on the ground. I just want to see this lassie face to face. Oh, more boxes. Aye, there's only a couple of doors on this level, so we'll get that done. The door's locked, you can't get in. Chairs news someone lives back there. Or is this a door inside? Oh. Okay, it is a door inside, but it's... 100 tiny feet scurrying beneath the grate. The rats of the city. Yeah. Okay, this is what? Is it a boiler room? Poor home labourer genes. 1 electrochemistry, -1 reaction speed. Okay, we're racking up our items then. Enough coal to last for several months. Smells of chemicals. Someone's been sleeping here recently. Cindy? Oh, is Cindy the artist actually sleeping in here then? Is that what the case is? Right, you're going to start mouthing off now that we're face to face, Cindy.
Oh, the piggies have learned how to saunter up staircases. I didn't think you could do that with hooves. But here you are.
With hooves, you cheeky git. That's right, we've evolved. You're in trouble now, little lady. We cops don't like closing doors or unreachable perches other people having high ground on us. That's an interesting statement. That's right. Well, yes, we cops don't like closing doors, yes.
Yeah, you got me now. The dynamic between us has completely changed.
She crosses her arms.
That smell coming from her paint bucket. It's not paint. It's heavy fuel oil.
Bloody hell, is that heavy fuel oil?
Red-dyed heavy fuel oil, intended for exclusive use in government vehicles, to be precise.
Studying the contents of Cindy's bucket. Oh, only to be used in government vehicles.
What did you think I was using? Aquarels? Sucked it out of a cop's fuel tank myself. Back in Jamrock.
Fumes are bad for you, okay? You'd better hand it over. There's some clever that's some clever cultural commentary. You better hand it over, or fumes are bad for you, okay? You better hand it over.
Oh, what? You'll push me off this ledge and pry the bucket from my dead hands?
Does everybody discuss death almost instantaneously when they're talking to cops in this game? Is that bed in the courtroom yours?
Ooh. Not only have you found my address, you've discovered my biggest secret. I'm a coal miner.
She does have eyes that seem to be smeared with coal.
Really? You're a miner? Don't you have a real home? I'm not the nicest... it's not the nicest place, but I guess it'll have to do, or cool over the question. Really? You're a miner?
Yes. I keep hoping a shaft will collapse on me, but somehow it never happens.
Don't you have a real home?
Does anyone in a city like this?
She replies wistfully, looking around. It's not the nicest place, but I guess it'll have to do.
It doesn't have to do anything at all. Nothing does. Like me. Right now, I'm doing nothing at all.
Okay, other questions,
Shoot,
Cindy.
Piggy. It's what you do, isn't it?
Shoot, Piggy, it's what you do. God, people are sarky in this game. Okay, catch you later, Cindy. Right, nothing else up here. Okay, give me a few seconds. Let's get downstairs to the other balcony. Right, here we go. Oh. The breaker... Oh, the breaker box is full of cigarettes, butts and electric wires. So it's not an ashtray. You hear distant traffic. Night is falling on the city. Uh-oh. The curtain shifts just a little. Someone is watching from within. Oh, somebody's actually watching us on the balcony here, are they? Ooh. 25 real. Just 100 to go if I want to, I think, repay my debt and get back into the hotel. Someone's growing rosemary, thyme and a cactus. Rosemary, thyme and a cactus. Of course they are.
This door is made of metal and appears to be reinforced. Someone here really values their security.
It was number 28, wasn't it?
Number 28. This is where the cleaning lady said the smoker on the balcony lives.
Let's see if anyone's home. Knock on the door.
You knock on the door.
No one answers.
Looks like the young man we are looking for isn't home. I think our best chance to catch him is in the evening.
Who looks around taking in the cold spring air? It is evening.
We should return tomorrow after we have finished with our day's work. How about 9 p.m.? Sound good?
Oh, come on, it's after 9 now. Why would he not be home at this time but home tomorrow at 9? Or after 9? Ugh, what do you mean? Sounds good tomorrow at 9? I don't know if I can be bothered arguing with him.
Tomorrow, 9 p.m., right here. Apartment number 28. Good, let's go.
Damn. Turns out it's quite tricky finding someone in a big apartment building. Don't worry. You'll get him. Remember, tomorrow. He's probably gone for today.
Probably. Complete silence. Whoever lives there isn't home. It's apartment room number 30. Okay. Where is that? Wait a minute. Voices from within singing along to some buoyant soundtrack. Oh, that's the guard hut. Near the... Oh, I see. Okay, sorry, I'm figuring out where we are on the map now. So that is basically where we got into the shipyard. Right. I am a little bit lost for what to do next, and I'm a bit anxious. Yeah, I'm a bit anxious that I've still not gotten the body down. Can we go in here now that we've talked to Everard about it? Oh, we can! So it doesn't matter now that we've spoken to Everard. We can now just go in. Just steal some shit. Small suitcase will goes. Guests are staying over. A book titled The Hidden World of Walking Sticks lies open. You can almost feel the warmth of the red sun.
This is the flag of Revachol, the suzerainty.
What's with the sun?
This isn't just one sun, but there are little suns dancing around the big sun. This is the sevenfold sun miracle.
What's the sevenfold sun miracle? I don't know why I feel like I'm constantly asking my consciousness questions, and on top of that, it's also giving me information that I didn't know I had. It's like, this is the flag of Revachol. Okay, what is the flag of Revachol? This is the seven suns miracle. What is the seven suns miracle?
It's an optical atmospheric anomaly the first settlers saw. Happens in cold weather. 6 small suns around the big one. This complex halo phenomena is how old Revachol got its flag.
Okay, Lieutenant, the old flag of the suzerain. Bow down before the flag, finished thought.
The tenant is an old-fashioned guy.
By old-fashioned, he means very right-wing.
Bow down before the flag, finished the thought. Don't bow down before the flag, finished thought. Oh my god, really? I have to... See, these are the kind of decisions that I'm assuming it's going to create a train of thought, and it's going to have perks in one direction or the other. The old flag of suzerain. I don't feel like bowing down before any flag is appropriate, really. I think it's more about what's in your heart first, and how you conduct yourself around people. If you start getting that ideology into your head, it always goes the wrong way.
The flag doesn't seem to mind. It's just a colourful fabric with a sun sewn onto it.
Exactly.
Like all feudal flags, it looks like a children's drawing.
Okay, well, I wouldn't go so far as to call it a children's drawing, but okay. Raid the nightstand. Solar dress shirt. Logic. Ooh, like it. Whoever lives here admires fair-haired fantasy heroes with big muscles. What is that on the wall?
A row of mugs sits on the shelf. Each one depicts a human figure. A dark-skinned woman grinning amidst mysterious symbols. A broad-shouldered man shoveling potatoes, and others.
Tap on the mugs, leave the mugs. Why would I tap somebody's collection of mugs?
A little ring. Though cheerful, the images on the ceramic make you vaguely uncomfortable. The lieutenant picks up one of the mugs, then puts it back down with a look of disdain.
Okay, so they're distasteful.
I'm beginning to feel better about breaking into this man's apartment.
Oh, does this still class as breaking in? Oh, I wouldn't have come in if that was the case. Is this going to affect me later on if I'd actually come into this apartment? Because I have spoken to Everard and I said to him, no, I didn't go in. So is he going to ask me again? I'll just avoid that topic of conversation with Everard going forward. Whip out your yellow man mug and compare.
Yes, your broken mug friend would feel very much at home here. The same humour, the same mocking lines.
What was on my mug that I found in the trash again? I can't remember.
There's the missing tin soldier. Whoever lives here might have used the Whirling's container to dump his trash. And now they've drawn the ire of the Union. The plot thickens, as they say.
Oh, so this person went and threw some stuff in the rubbish outside the Whirling Rags, and now the Union... Why would the Union be worried about that, though? Maybe it'll piece itself together.
An interesting little clue. Let's see where this goes. Clues have a way of magically connecting to other clues down the road. Perhaps you should break into apartments more often.
Do you really think it's the same person who put the dead man's clothes in the trash? Oh, I see. So the person who lives here might be the person that took the clothes off the dead guy and threw it in the trash. Ah.
Who knows? I'm not expecting too much from this clothes in the trash lead either way. It might turn out to be some random local matter, but still, a nice coincidence.
You could ask Everard who this person is once you're done here.
Immediately letting Everard know that I've actually been in. Oh, flip. I'll take a view the next time I feel like I need to speak to Everard, which I don't think is going to be anytime soon because I think he's a bit of a douche. Whoa. Autosave. The smell of disinfectant in the room smells like chemicals. Oh, did I not search the suitcase already? Oh. Okay. I feel like I should be getting harmed more in terms of both my health and my morale. Because I haven't had... I'm kind of stocking up on things. Is there anything else I need to do with the mugs?
A row of mugs sits...
Okay, no, there's nothing there. Right, think. It's now about 10 to 10. Oh, boy. Oh, wait, actually, come and think of it. How much? 5... oh, no. 85% lonesome long way home. 53 minutes to go in real time. And I've got, was it rigorous self-critique? So that was bonuses from the thought. Red check failures, heal 1 morale. Red check failures, heal 1 health. Learning cap for pain threshold raised to 6. Okay, that's pretty good actually. Oh boy. So again, I know I'm conscious that you can't see everything that's on the list here, but I'm running out of places where I can go. I think this has been several episodes already, and we're still only on day 1, and we seem to have accomplished a lot. I think, apart from the fact we've not found my gun and badge, but it did say that those aren't going to come around anytime soon. Map. Is there anywhere else? The men of the statue, Martinez waterfront, fisherman, church. So we've still got all this to come on the left-hand side. And I'm guessing the bridge is in the bottom middle here, which takes us to a new area. I don't know. I mean, at least it's showing me some of the stuff that I've still got outstanding. What was the mirror again? Oh, the mirror. Was that in my old room? That was at the beginning of the game, I think. Wasn't it? Impossible, though, because I've not got high enough electrochemistry. Legendary. Medium. Horseback monument. I could go and do the horseback monument. That seems like it might be achievable. Encyclopedia. Well, let's go and do that. Seems like something that we could get out the road.
An old monument stands in the middle of the traffic island, pointing toward the sea.
Oh, right,
It looks
okay.
as if it's been reassembled piece by piece,
Right,
secured and mounted in the air with the aid of numerous ropes and rods.
Right, okay. So, encyclopedia. So, what is this? +1 heard crater story from Renee. So, right. Sorry, penny drops moment, folks. So, literally, the conversations that I'm having will impact things in the future. And I think I did at the time, if I'm not mistaken, put one in encyclopedia, or maybe I've just changed my clothing around so it's impacted it. But anyway, okay.
Even by the standards of the Philippian kings, old sumptuous Philip was known for his profligacy.
In what way?
Well, he blew through the whole national treasury, starting the decline of one of the penultimate century's greatest superpowers, the suzerain of Revachol.
Bloody hell.
His own maladministration foreshadowed the fall of the monarchy during the anti-centennial revolution, an end to his family line and the monarchy on the Insulindian Isola.
How did he manage to blow through the entire national treasury? Fair enough, I have other questions. Stop the knowledge from pouring in. No, how the hell did he manage to blow through the whole treasury?
Stories have it that he had his bedroom converted into a treasure chamber, where he stored unfathomable wealth. Krugerrands, bars of gold, ornate weaponry, armor, and various chalices.
Well, I can imagine why.
He called it the Sol Aurum. It was obscene. There were whispers he slept on a huge pile of gold-dipped feathers, like some obese dragon. Instead of a bed, like a normal person.
I can't have been too comfortable, though. I would like to sleep on gold. Hustler What the hell does that even mean? I would like to sleep on gold hustler style. The king is the king and he can do anything. Wait, really? There's no way that's true. There's no way that's true. Yeah, a deplorable farce. No wonder everything went to shit. No, wait, really? There's no way that's true. On the other hand, in all fairness, I mean, I'm trying to stop watching the news quite as much as I do at the moment because it's starting to really impact me a little bit. And the number of times that I just turn on the telly in the morning and go, wait, no, no way did the politicians or anybody, do that. And then, of course, you suddenly realise, oh, God, they have. So they might have done. But no, you know what? I continue to give people the benefit of the doubt. That's what I do.
But wait, you haven't even heard about his fabled cocaine addiction.
He's royalty, of course there's a cocaine addiction. The what now?
You see, old Philippe wasn't just good at squandering the national treasury on gold and ceremonial weaponry, he was also a prodigious snorter of nose candy.
A prodigious snorter of nose candy. Okay, what is nose candy? This is a lot to process. So he was addicted to nose candy. He was a bloated druggie. Okay, where is he buried now? This is a lot to process.
His Majesty's courtiers said it helped him connect with the higher realms.
Okay, and well, they've just said, but I mean, that's another thing as well. Like, if I don't ask this question, okay, what is nose candy, then I might miss out on what appears to be experience points. Because I think it's trying to get you to sort of ask as many questions as possible to experience as much of the dialogue as you can.
Cocaine.
Duh. So he was addicted to nose candy, he was a bloated druggie?
That's what the revolutionaries said 150 years later. Right before they emptied out the royal mausoleum and dumped His Majesty's mortal remains in the Interlindian Bay.
Okay, where is he buried now?
Beneath the cold waters of the Interlindian Bay, thrown there by the revolutionaries after they cleaned out the royal mausoleum.
What happened to the statue?
The original was blown apart by communards, then further damaged during the landing of the coalition's airships during the turn-of-the-century revolution, when Martinez was leveled. Most historians think the coalition's hasty landing may have ultimately saved the statue. If the communards had more time, they would have reduced it up to even finer pieces. Some years ago...
Sorry, who restored the monument?
Artistically inclined individuals, designers mostly, thought it would be ironic to restore the statue of the most wasteful ruler of Revachol in the poorest part of the city. The statue is supposed to capture the moment it was blown apart, like an instant frozen in time, a rare butterfly trapped in amber, floating on a sea of shit.
That's brilliant, so funny and nihilistic. That's such a bad idea. I really don't get art. Is nihilism that you don't believe in anything? I think nihilism is that you don't believe in anything and believe that life is futile and pointless. I could be wrong, correct me if I get that wrong, but so that's brilliant, so funny and nihilistic. That's such a bad idea. Resurrecting a blown-up statue who was the most wasteful king in that part of the city. I mean, I can see why they probably thought it would be ironic, but...
People in Martinez tend to agree, as do many prominent art critics and thought leaders with more nuanced social awareness than the young ironists. Philip III, the squanderer, however, with his bronze face up in the air, doesn't seem concerned about what the hoi polloi think of him in death.
Oh, the hoi polloi, I've not heard that for a while.
Not that he ever did in life either.
Oh, okay, I've already asked those questions. Those were prior ones. Okay, done and dusted. Next up. Crikey. I'm running out of things to do here. Pain threshold. Man from Heimdall series. So that's in the bookstore. Formidable, impossible. Joyce. She's no use unless... So, I forgot her name was Joyce. So she's no use unless I get my badge. I am tempted... Let's have a quick shifty back at the bookshop. Because I'm tempted to see if I can get behind the curtain. There are little areas in this game, including in the whirling rags and the tunnels underneath, and what appears to be the curtain behind here that that lassie was talking about that would be interesting to visit? Oh God, everything's closed. No! What do I do now then? Wait a minute, wait. Did I not already resolve the issue with the,
The tracks are as they have ever been. A bit more worn, perhaps. Fortunately, the street sweeper still hasn't noticed their presence.
Yeah, no, I thought I finished everything to do with this. Anyway, okay, let's go and see if I can make peace with the guy and he'll let me stay one more night. Oh, oh, we got... Have I already spoken? Oh no, okay, it's a bit busier than it was, I guess. A man is sleeping at the table wearing mudcake boots and rolled down overalls. The back of his shirt reads Wild Pines, encircled by a logo with a tree.
A colourful piece of plastic is dangling from his carabiner. Makes your fingers itch. On the counter, rolled out of his open hand, you see a blister pack of headache medicine.
Pick up the pills. Inspect the piece of plastic on his carabiner. Ruckus talking to Gart. Okay. Physical instrument. Was it? So I'm trying to pickpocket him, basically.
It's a dock worker's ID, doubling as a shift card and a job permit. A young, able-bodied man stares back at you from the photo. Santiago S. John.
Steal the ID. Oh, is Kim not going to like this, though? But that would be brilliant.
Your fingers find their way into the shackle, flicking open its spring-loaded gate. The metal loop holds the plastic ID and a leather-bound pocketbook.
And the man?
The man emits a loud snore. Is he about to wake up? Doesn't look like it, but you never know. Better be quick.
Steal the document, swipe through the pocketbook and take what's inside.
You find a black paper note with a woman's profile on it. Seems like this woman lived centuries ago. The note says 5 real. It feels nice and greasy. Yum yum. Money. Think of all the things you can buy with this. The synapses in your brain fire with glee.
Steal the document.
You slip the plastic ID card out of the loop and pocket it. The man continues to snore. Just for the record, you look nothing like the man on the document.
Does the lieutenant see me?
No, he's looking the other way. Perhaps purposefully.
Ah, Kim, good man. So you know that we're going to potentially need the ID then. Close the carabiner.
The sleeping dock worker has little to say about your actions. He remains silent.
Wake him up. So I'm not going to bother with that just now. Pick up the pills.
The man does not mind. You probably need them more than he does.
Oh, that's for morale. Okay, brilliant.
You've just picked up some magnesium. This item is stored in the bottom left corner of the screen above your character portrait. Use magnesium to heal your morale if you have morale damage.
Why is it telling me that when I've used magnesium on several occasions? I mean, I say several. A bottle of rum has been knocked over.
That sugary black rum stain on the counter makes you teary-eyed with joy. It's almost touching how syrupy and sticky it is. How long have you been up already?
An hour, 2 hours. Pretty long. It's drink o'clock. No, I'm not going to start drinking again. An hour, 2 hours.
An hour would have been bad. 2 hours is mystical. You have truly wiped out all trace of yourself if you haven't thought about rum and lemonade yet.
I've been secretly thinking about it all the time. Actually, should I be thinking about this? Looks like drinking hasn't turned out too well for me. Yes, that's exactly where I'm going with this. I don't want my character to drink and smoke anymore. Now that you mentioned it, I do need a rum and lemonade. I'd love for Gart to serve me up a beverage. No, because Whirling Rags, Gart, he was really pissed off the last time, so we're not going down that. Let's try and turn over a new leaf. This is the way I want to play the game. I don't want my character to continue being a raging alcoholic who doesn't know who he is or where he's at.
Maybe you haven't turned out well for your drinking. Have you thought about that? Get a goddamn rum and lemonade to yourself, boy. Or better yet, lick that stain off the counter.
Don't lick it.
What happened, man? You used to be cool. Go get your boring normal person drink then. Get your drink on and your act together.
Get your drink on and your act together? I'm not going to go and just find booze to drink. It's all about money, you know? You're not going to speak to me? No? Okay, hee-haw. Oh, what about that lassie again?
Hello, sweetie.
Elderly woman turns to you with a smile. By the way, just to point out, I've pawned my gun. I was waving it around when I was plastered. I've lost my badge. Kim, I think we've still got a long way to go to gain his trust. And we're in a situation where we had a blackout because of our drinking and physically cannot remember who we are. So you'd think that we wouldn't want to go back to that, but, well, that's not quite how alcoholism works, I guess.
Wait, who's Sweetie?
Who's Sweetie? Does that mean you like me? Who's Sweetie?
Why, you are, officer.
I'm no Sweetie, look at me. Maybe I am. Maybe I am. Have a bit of confidence in yourself, lad.
And have you found anyone to be sweet to?
She smells conspiratorially. No, I'm done with mating rituals this time around. I don't know. Maybe I have. Oh, for goodness sake, man. I had once, Wink, but then I lost her. Oh, that's true, isn't it? I think that is what happened.
What was with that fucking Wink?
Oh, wait a minute. That wasn't supposed to be a suggestive wink towards her, was it?
Seemed neurological. Central nervous system's really banged up.
Stop winking. Tap yourself on the side of your head to correct the malfunction.
I see you are still grieving. Well, I won't pry. You must forgive me. I'm getting so scatterbrained. I completely forgot to introduce myself.
She slaps herself on the forehead.
I'm Lena. My husband Morel and I are staying with our friend Gary just down the street, but I come here for tea when they're away.
Her eyes glitter over the rims of her glasses as she looks up smiling.
This Lena is wacky enough for the motley crew. Hire her on the spot.
You seem to be in a chair. How do you like to roll with me? Oh, for crying out loud. Puns for days. I don't know if you've noticed, but I don't know where I am or what I'm doing or anything. Sweetie needs money. Do sweeties get money? What? You're going to ask her for... Okay, yeah, I don't know if you've noticed, but I don't know where I am or what I'm doing.
Yes, officer. You look rather dazed. Like a stunned fox. But surely things can't be that bad.
Her eyes follow your movements with some concern. I drank so hard I forgot literally everything.
Oh my. You know where we are, right?
The Whirling Rags Cafeteria, I know that. It was on my keys. It was on my keys. We're in Revachol. I don't really know. Some seedy hotel. A war zone at the edge of the world. We're dead. Haunting each other. We're ghosts. The Whirling Rags Cafeteria.
That's right. And where is the Whirling and Rags Cafeteria itself located?
I know that it is in Revachol.
Yes, indeed. We are in the fine city of Revachol.
Okay. Revachol is the disgraced capital of the world, something like that. Honestly, I don't know a diddly squat about Revachol. What kind of place is this? Yes. Okay.
Yes, and Revachol?
Honestly, I don't know diddly squat about Revachol.
How would I even begin to tell you? Revachol is the most beautiful city in the world. We're fortunate to be here, you and I. I haven't seen very many other cities personally, but everyone says so. Revachol is a rare jewel. This city used to rule the world, though it has seen better days.
I suppose as she studies your expression, you must look quite lost.
Speaking of history, you know what year it is.
Oh, my
Yes?
word. Is it the spring of 51? Sure, it's the year 1973. All I know is we are approaching the end times. It's a bad year in my late 40s. In my late 40s, I don't even know how old I am.
There. The year is 51, and spring has only just started. I'm sure there are better days ahead.
She looks flustered, her hands smoothing out the creases in her blanket, even as she attempts to reassure you. The lieutenant studies you, rubbing his chin.
Oh, God, please don't judge me, Kim.
I'm beginning to suspect that you might indeed be completely adrift in this reality, thinks the lieutenant. How can it be that bad? Never mind. We're in this now.
I can tell that this is taxing for you, so I'll just ask one more question. What regime are we living under? What mode of government?
Oh, God. Some kind of democracy, maybe. I'd like to think it's the dictatorship of the... No. Our leaders are fierce warriors who traverse the plains on steeds. No. We are governed by intelligent machines that perform calculations to determine the freest market. Radios are being used to control people's minds. Cops, we are living under the cop regime. No, it's a democracy.
No, sadly not. Revachol is what's called a zone of control, under an alliance of foreign powers called the Coalition.
Oh.
We have no government of our own, and what democracy we have is market-driven.
Meaning, buying is voting.
Oh, if there's no government, how come there are cops? I don't even know what to say. I'm so disappointed. Why are there cops if there's no government?
Oh dear, this is troubling. You really ought to know that, being one yourself. There aren't any cops in Revachol, not in the traditional sense. The status of law enforcement has been a complicated matter since the revolution. But we should stop for today, sweetie. You look like you need a break. Besides, I'm not the best person to explain the big things to anyone.
She's scared now. She's realized you really are brain damaged.
So how did I do? What was the revolution you mentioned? Who could tell me more?
Someone more educated in sweeping matters. Maybe you should ask.
She turns to the lieutenant.
No. I'm not an encyclopedia. I won't be a guide either.
Of course. Then I don't know. Someone rich, maybe? Wealthy people are educated. Though I don't know where you would find a wealthy person in Martinez.
I don't think Everard is wealthy, is he?
That's a good point. This doesn't look like Rich Central.
You seem to be in a chair.
Yes, dear. I'm a paraplegic.
A paraplegic is someone with limited or no ability to use the lower half of their body. Paraplegia is caused by spinal cord injuries, like falling from a great height, or a grenade explosion.
Why am I going to ask her a question that's been essentially started by my own subconscious? Like falling from a great height or a grenade explosion. A grenade, did you fight in the war? She didn't say that to me. That's just me picking up on my subconscious. I'm sorry, it was rude of me to mention the wheelchair. Let's move on. Proceed.
That's quite all right. I'm used to people asking questions. I know they're thinking about it anyway.
How do you like to roll with me? I'm not asking that. Okay, we're leaving now.
Of course, dear. Good luck with your case.
Okay, that'll do. Let's see if we can find a way to get back into my room.
Can I help you?
I'm not having a drink. So about the money I owe.
Yes. Have you got it?
How much do I owe you again?
A lot. For the room and broken window, 100 real.
Oh, shit.
Yes.
Garth, I saw another thing at the Whirling. Never mind. Okay, I'm not having a drink. Let's see if I can get back upstairs into my room at the moment, or have my keys been taken away from me. If that's the case, then I am screwed. And my room's locked. Oh, God. Can we get through the door at the back? I'm just trying a couple of last little things before we end the episode.
See a heavy steel door with a prominent dimpled lock. It's painted blue.
Try pushing.
The door does not budge.
Okay, so we're not going to get through there at the moment. Oh! Why is it coming up that I should speak to Kim?
We should think about calling it a day, maybe. The nights are still miserably cold this time of year.
I haven't paid the cafeteria manager for the damages yet.
We should take care of that, then.
I don't have any money.
Let's talk to him anyway. An officer of the RCM shouldn't be sleeping in the street. We'll figure something out.
Oh, I don't want charity, Kim.
Can I help you?
It's about the money I owe.
Yes. Have you got it?
I was wondering if we could come to some sort of arrangement.
Does that arrangement include you paying me what we already agreed you owe me?
I'll pay it back tomorrow, I'm an honest cop. I will try my best. I mean, I have 30. Does that mean I have to consciously try and come up with another 70 real by tomorrow? And is that just covering damages? Is he going to start asking me to pay night on night going forward? It would only be fair if he did, I guess. It's cold out. I'll freeze to death because I'm losing the stupid money. The stupid money game. Come on, man. After everything I've been through. Kim is about to say something. Let him.
I understand your predicament as the manager. However,
He adjusts his glasses.
I feel I must remind you that we are here to conduct an important investigation that also affects your business.
Forgive me for saying this, but your colleague seems more committed to drinking, and...
He stops mid-sentence.
I mean no offense. It's really nothing personal. I just have to protect the interests of this establishment.
Hold on, I still have my key, you know. Do I still have my key?
Good luck trying to use it.
He taps his foot against the metal box installed in the back of the counter.
Draconian measures.
All the locks have an electronic component. They have to be unlocked down here with a master key before your guest key will open the lock.
I'll find a way and I'll break the door down. Oh, this conversation isn't going anywhere, is
Not
it?
until you bring me the money.
Okay, I might have something in my motor carriage we can use when you're done here.
Oh, Lieutenant, we're done here.
Oh, bloody hell. Okay, is Kim going to give me a little something? Maybe. I will pay you back, Kim. I promise.
Inside, you see a set of steering levers, a radio microphone.
I have something here we could sell. Look in the back, in the suspect transport enclosure.
Transport enclosure. Regular people just call it the cage.
Okay.
The cage at the back of the motor carriage looks rather uncomfortable. 4 shiny hubcaps are stacked against the seat. Their silver edges sparkle in the dark.
I confiscated these for a little while back. We can take them to the pawn shop down by the Martinez Canal.
What are those things? What do you mean you confiscated them? You said something about the pawn shop. Thanks, I appreciate your help. Take the spinners. What do you mean you confiscated them?
A couple of weeks ago, I stopped a young man for going slower than the speed of traffic. Turns out he was some coalition official's son and high.
So you took the spinners? Isn't that corruption? I get it. I would have confiscated them too. They're mesmerizing. So you took the spinners?
Mm-hmm. I took them and arrested him for driving under the influence.
Look at Kim. Isn't that corruption?
I don't know. Is it? I was going to take them into evidence, but they weren't necessary for conviction. He never asked for them back.
I appreciate your help. Take the spinners.
The lieutenant nods as you take the spinners.
Tap on the fuel preheater gauge.
As you tap on the gauge, the indicator pin jerks as if startled. It's in the large orange sector, indicating the engine is warm. Next to the gauge is a red switch labeled heat.
No, that's enough fun with the foldable headlights. I know they are mesmerizing. They are also fragile. I'm not going to turn it on for you again.
Okay. Right, give me a wee minute. Let's get to the pawn shop. Actually, it's not that far. It's just down here, isn't it? Then hopefully, if we can get 100 real, give or take, then fingers crossed we can get ourselves into our hotel room. And then we can call it quits for this episode.
Hello. Let me know if I can help you with anything.
Okay, there's something I'd like to
Yes,
sell.
we'd like to sell these hubcaps.
Roy takes the hubcaps from the lieutenant and inspects them. The spinners appear iridescent in the dancing light of his pawn shop. Gone forever.
Yes, these are very, very good. Did you defraud some foreign prince for them? Jump a mesk banger? No matter. I'll give you 200 real.
No one was defrauded or jumped, I assure you.
The lieutenant explains as the pawn shop owner opens the register and counts the cash.
Of course. I meant no offense. 200 real for you, officer. Delightful doing business with you. Do come again.
Thank you. Here's the 100 real you need for your bill. Do not waste it.
The rest is for him, to compensate for the pain of being separated from his radiant spinners.
Anything else you're thinking of selling?
I'd like to sell my clothes. I'll check my pockets. Access your pawn menu. I don't have anything to sell at the
Another
moment.
time, perhaps.
Okay, we'll leave things there and let's get back, pay Gerart, and get into our hotel room. Was there not something to do with the mirror in our old room that we could have done as well. We'll give that a quick whirl before we... What's this? Damage looks like it could have been caused by an earthquake. Yeah, before we finish off the episode, I think. Fingers crossed. And maybe this will let Gerard give us the keys to the back area if we actually finally pay him up as well.
Can I help you?
So about the money aisle.
Yes. Have you got it? Well,
Here's 100 real. Slam the bills down on the counter. I hope you choke on it. Here it is. Sorry for the trouble. Sorry for the trouble. I was drunk. I was waving my gun around. I've lost my badge. I apologise.
great. Thank you, officer. That's all I wanted. Payment for services rendered.
Civic
If you continue to
experience,
stay
Jesus.
here, I just ask that you please pay your nightly bill in advance starting tomorrow.
Oh, starting tomorrow. Thank you.
The electronic lock to your room has been disabled till 9 p.m. tomorrow.
Till 9 p.m.
Please pay for each night in advance starting tomorrow. 20 real per night.
Crap. So at least I've got enough healing items for both health and morale, and I don't have to worry too much about tomorrow's cost.
I'll take a room here too.
Oh, are you staying here, Kim?
Of course. Always happy to have officers from the RCM as guests. Anything else I can do for you?
Goodbye. Right. Okay, Kim, is this where we part ways?
Yes?
I can't remember anything I want to talk to you about. You seem to be falling. Nope, never mind.
This is the door to the room you redecorated.
Good night, Lieutenant.
Just a moment. We should talk about our progress on the investigation. Let's go out to the balcony.
Oh, okay. Sounds fair enough.
The air outside is brisk. The lieutenant is silent for a moment. He listens to the traffic hum. Then,
Now then, we should talk about the investigation. But I also feel you're a bit hazy on the RCM. Our role here, our rights, our jurisdiction, basically.
He likes a cigarette. I didn't know you smoked, Kim.
I have a cigarette every night when I go over my notes. It's something of a ritual.
oh man, he looks so devastatingly cool with that cigarette.
I think I might want to pick up smoking. How did you get so cool, Kim? Right then, the debrief.
Yes, it's been a long and eventful day.
How do you think today went?
Well, we didn't even look at the body.
Well, yes. In all fairness, I couldn't get it down.
And there's still much to do at the crime scene too. We didn't search it thoroughly enough.
Okay, good advice. It's all part of the plan, starting from the outside and working backwards to the scene of the murder. I'm sorry I couldn't do more today. I'm just not a very good cop, am I? Say nothing, just look at the city. Okay, it's all part of the plan.
It's not my job to evaluate your methodology, officer. I'm just going through the facts. As for the interviews, we conducted an interview with Everard Clare. He wasn't particularly forthcoming with useful information, however.
He's not saying much on the matter because he thinks you could have gotten more out of Everard.
Really? I'm sure I can get him to tell us more.
Claire also helped you, how should I say, remember your name? That's a relief.
Big relief. It's a very, serviceable name too. I don't know how I feel about my name actually. I want a different name. Big relief.
Moving on. We talked to Joyce Messier, but didn't get any information from her. I have a feeling Joyce knows how dangerous the situation really is. We have to get her to talk to us.
Yeah, and I need my badge for that though. There's no getting around that.
If Kim is emphasizing something this much, it really must be important.
Above all though, today was exhausting. What's with all the running? You run a lot. Is that a standard Precinct 41 practice?
I didn't realise he was going to pick up on that. Jesus, okay. I don't like to waste time. You know, my mind moves fast. The rest has to try and keep up. I'm training for a long-distance run. No. I want to raise money for charity. Yeah, that's just how we roll in Precinct 41. I don't like to waste time.
It's impressive, especially for a man your age. And in those hills. Nice shoes, by the way. I like the green. Goes with the orange.
So what are our powers exactly in the RCM?
They're quite limited, actually. The power officers of the Revachol Citizens Militia exercise most frequently is imposing fines of up to 1,000 real for offences, in accordance with an interdepartmental schedule.
1,000, why not more? Wouldn't that be an easy power to abuse?
Yes, although indirectly, as citizens can always request records from their local station. Officers of the RCM have been known to take bribes of less than the prescribed fine amount. It undermines trust in the RCM.
Sorry, Long Way Home is just completed. Brilliant. Okay, what else?
We can arrest people, of course, but rather than bringing someone in directly, it's preferable to serve a station cold sleep. It prevents confusion and overcrowding.
Wait, how can you be sure the arrestee will show up?
You can't. Those who don't show up become fugitives, though, and have fewer legal rights when they are eventually caught. It's about power projection. Thus far, they seem to mostly show up.
I see, and if someone resists?
As you may have gathered from the fact that we are expected to carry a record of our kills, like the one in your watermarks, we are permitted to use whatever force is necessary, and strongly admonished not to abuse that power.
Wait, so if I kill someone while on duty, what happens to the people we convict? So what happens if I kill somebody on duty?
You have to supply compelling evidence for why it was necessary to use lethal force. In these cases, your partner is usually your witness. Not a good position to be in, by the way. Internal Affairs handles these cases thoroughly, by cross-examining you for inconsistencies. It is hard to cover for anyone, which is for the best.
What happens to the people we convict?
We don't convict. We arrest and send them to coalition government courts in Couron and La Delta. The prosecution works off our testimonies and records, which is why it's paramount to keep them.
Taps on his coat pocket where he keeps his notes. And who makes all the rules?
The coalition government, and the moral intern more broadly. The RCM was formed by the coalition government to restore order in the international zone after the revolution. So we did. Now we attempt to maintain that order. No more, no less. Or perhaps it is better to say we were allowed to form. It's a point of contention whether the citizens of Revachol or the coalition government founded the RCM.
Let's say it was the citizens of Revachol, let's say it was the coalition, let's say it was the citizens.
Be sentimental if you like. Either way, the moral intern leases us the right to keep the peace in this city, and they will take it away if we misuse it.
Or if they think you do.
Okay, the moral intern, what does it say? Nothing, just look into the night.
The Moralists International are the world's largest political organization. You know who they are. They have been running this place after the revolution failed.
If I didn't know, how would you describe them? I really don't know, that's how bad it is in here. Point to your head. If I don't know, how would you describe them?
They're a union of center-left and center-right parties across the Real Belt. Our coalition government is just one of its many projects. They also run the ICP, EPIS, most intergovernmental organizations in the world.
What do they believe in? What is their symbol? I'm going to have to... I really want to ask these questions, but I'm going to have to conclude because we're now an hour and 15 minutes into the episode, give or take. Pre-edit, I guess. What do they believe in?
What do they believe in? They are Dolorians. They believe they continue the humanist project set forth by Her Innocence Dolores Day 4 centuries ago. Others say they are just technocrats.
Those others say they continue the humanist project set forth by Dolores Day.
Interesting question.
What is their
it's
symbol?
A blue forget-me-not. Their motto is love, compassion, self-discipline. I think you can gauge what they want you to think of them from that.
Something kind and usual. Something almost self-explanatory. Something like the dark blue, serious color of the early night sky above.
Okay, what do you think of them? What was Dolores Day? Who was
A
Dolores
historic
Day?
figure? The author of the modern age? You will have to look elsewhere for opinions. The subject of humanism is too abstract for me.
What do you think of them?
The moral intern are a fact. I try not to have opinions on facts until they change. And it doesn't look like that's about to happen.
I have an opinion on the moral intern.
Do you?
Things are bad out there. Point to the city. We need them here giving us the right to police Revachol. They've done an awful job here. We are stooges of the world. Mutter silently, immigrants, liberal... No, yeah, things are bad out there. We need them here giving us the right to police Revachol.
In fact, we would need them even if you didn't think that way. We are in what is called the twilight of international law. The laws we claim to enforce come from the MI. Without them, we are simply vigilantes.
Actually, vigilantes would be okay with me. Yeah, vigilantes sounds bad. Maybe we should make our own law. Vigilantes sounds bad.
Sadly, it is what we already are to the people of Martinez. Most of them, at least, especially the Union. Vigilantes. I expect our job here to prove quite challenging.
Thank you for this.
Yeah, it's getting very cold now. Let's go.
There we go. Crikey. Okay, what are we looking at? Whoa!
Lonesome, long way home.
Oh yeah, it's complete.
Here we go. Home awaits. Walk past Station 41 and through the market, past the Boogie Street spearhead to the other side of the lake, the frozen eye at the center of the district. Then past the video rental store on the corner. There, at the end of a street lined with pine trees, a small house no larger than a matchbox. 11 Voyager Road. You no longer live there. Those times are gone. And so are those people. Why did you come here? Why are you still here? And where's the dealer? You have to get back to work. That's all you have now.
Okay, so Lonesome Long Way Home is giving us a learning cap for perception raised to 5, and speed gives 1 physique. Okay. Well, that's pretty impressive, and we've got 2 skill points to utilise as well. Okay, one more. Let's see, we've got Kingdom Consciousness, White Morning. I really do want to do the finger pistol thing. The Savoir Faire I'm not particularly bothered about. Magnesium-based life form, though, that sounds like it might be something that would permanently boost a morale. That's 1 hour and 15 minutes. Let's go with the magnesium. That's only going to be an hour, and then we'll take it from there. Anyway, I'm going to leave this episode here because this has been extremely insightful, and now thankfully we can go back to our hotel room. I'll have to remember in the next episode to start off by looking into the mirror and seeing if there's something that I can accomplish there. I guess we're sort of... The good thing about this game is that now we're running out of areas to go and speak to people on. It's honing us in on the key areas that we need to sort of focus on, which is quite good, because I was a bit worried about having, to sort of like run around, hour upon hour in each episode and struggle to make progress. So I think we know where we're going next, and I like the fact that it seems, hopefully that keeps happening at the end of each episode. Kim, will give us a rundown and give us an idea of where we're pointing towards. I think that because I've got 2 skill points, I might just sort of boost my skills to try and get the body down. That seems like it's going to be the most useful thing to progress the next segment of the story. I'm just wondering... Oh! The smell of the sea makes you dizzy. And is that... Oh, yeah, Kim's still following us. Okay, so that is it in a nutshell. I'm guessing if I go to my room, maybe he's going to depart, and then we'll take it from there. But anyway, once again, I just want to say thank you so much to all my subscribers. It really does mean a lot. As I say, I do this for a hobby, and I'm just so glad that you enjoy yourselves and you come and spend time on the channel. I want this to be a small community where people can just enjoy themselves, be who they want to be, and please leave me a comment. Give me some suggestions for games if there's something you want me to play on the channel. But thank you so much. Anyway, thank you so much for watching the video. If you like my content, please hit the like and subscribe button. This is Big Bear signing off, but there will be another video. See ya!